Today on the 50-pound brain, we're going to work on a front bumper for Higgins. Spring thaw is just around the corner, and it's time to get him ready for the road. So let's get started. So what we want to do is we want to clean up these bumper mounts. These are the fronts. They bolt onto the chassis. This is the right-hand side. And we want to clean this up, put a coat of paint on it. And I don't know, this may be dented. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Let's see the other one. And the other one does not have those strategic bends, so, well, they might just be for clearancing something. I don't know. But we're going to clean them up, get a decent coat of paint on them, so we can make us a pretty bumper. So we're going to use the old guardless pedestal mounted wire wheel, because safety third here in the 50-pound brain lab, and we're going to get the big chunks of crud off of this and kind of get them a little bit more clean before we paint them up. So I bolted these two together, so they're square there, well, they're, parallel, whatever you want to call it, but they got some wonkiness about them right here, and you can see this one's cracked, so I don't know what all's going on there. Other than that, the angles seem to be okay, seem to match. It's just this face versus this face, and as you can see there, so this is going to have to be heated up and bent back around and welded. This one has a nut welded in the back, this one does not. I don't know which way we're going to go yet with our design, but I'm thinking that this nut's going to end up coming out. So let's go bolt these on the car and we'll talk some more. So this is where the bumper mounts mount. So let's get those bolted in. And there's through bolts. I don't know if you can see it on this side. Yeah, there's through holes there, not tapped. So yeah, there's through holes. Maybe they go on the inside instead of I was assuming they went on the outside. That may be better. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see where they end up, because I think if I mount them on the outside, they're going to end up in front of the turn signal. So let's see. Alright, so here's our dilemma. I'm not even down enough to hit the rear bumper bracket mount to put a bolt in, and we're hitting the body. So either this thing is tweaked, which kind of lends me to believe that because of this dip in the forging, or I don't have the body on the chassis high enough, which is entirely possible as well, but nothing that I saw kind of dictated what that should be, that height from here to here. I'm sure I'm way too short. So if you're pulling a body off of a chassis on a TR3, make note of some of these distances from the mounts to the body mount. So, but we can still kind of get an idea. I think if that dude is actually bolted in, that's where we end up. Pretty close to the turn signal. Let me get an overrider. This is what I was wanting to put on there. So that's no bueno. So yeah, that's against the back of the bumper mount against the chassis rail, and that's where we end up. It'll be super cool looking, but that's not going to be a good position. Let's see what the other side looks like. Alright, so this one isn't even up. I do have both bolts in, but they're not up flat against the chassis rail, and this is what happens. I'm hitting the body. I'm beginning to wonder if wherever these came from, if it was on this car previously, if they hit something and bent them up. So I don't know that these are gonna work, which is okay. I can make something that'll do what I want and come out a little bit straighter so that it ends up, the overrider ends up right on the corner of his mouth. That would be pretty cool, with just enough rise to clear this, keep these off the ground. That would be a good height right there. Would be nice. And these are rears, but that was my intent, is put the rears, a set of rears on the front, because I have 4 overriders, 2 old ones and 2 new ones. So let's try and fab something up to get these to hang in place. Let's see what it looks like. Get these mounts out of the way. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I know he needs the chrome rings around the headlights. Those require a little bit of adjustment too. They've got a lip inside of them that prevents them from being fully installed. I haven't ground it off yet. What it would be super cool is to have these end up right between the turn signal and his mouth, like right there. I think that would be even cooler, and that's just a matter of bending the mount thing out a little bit. But yeah, I don't even know if I have that on the same line anymore, but yeah, I think that'll look cool. Since we've already got a non-stock grill, I think that'll be fine too. I don't know, what do you think? Now he looks like he has fangs. But I still think, yeah, between the turn signal and the corner and the side of his mouth would be the optimal place for that. I think that'll be cool. What about inboard a little bit? Let's see. I don't know, what do you think of that? I'm not so sure about that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know I've had a few people already tell me what they thought of the yellow not being a Triumph color, but yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I really like it without any front bumper, but I think you're required to have a front bumper. So try to do something that'll be meet the minimum requirements of the law. I don't want Higgins to be a felon. So, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of forward progress we made on Higgins. I don't know if you can hear it. The wind is whipping. So that's why the door's closed and it's cold out. Expecting snow later on today. So couldn't do a whole lot. I wanted to try mounting the rear bumpers on, but I'd have to open the door and the wind is just uncooperative in those efforts. So we'll do that another day when it's sunny and warm. So let me know what you think of the whole bumper idea. The reason I'm doing this is because just the front blade of a stock Triumph bumper from Moss Motors is $500. And I think that money could be better spent elsewhere on Higgins. And like I said, since this isn't a stock grill, we're gonna kind of go a little resurrection custom on it. Anyway, the point of it is to get him on the road and have more British steel on the road as opposed to sitting in a junkyard. So far I'm meeting that goal. Soon we'll be swapping out the windshield. I've been lubing up the screws for the frame because they are notorious for breaking off. So been lubing them, giving them plenty of time to soak in, because one day we're gonna have to try and get those out and put the new windshield in when we get ready to start really driving. So leave a like, comments. Just thanks for watching.